Hey guys, hello, and welcome to another one of my amazing videos. Right now I'm playing some gameplay footage in the background while I talk about a few things, mainly about the state of the game of Champions Online. Now, I've been playing this game for a while now, around, I would say, maybe 3 years, depending on when it came out. I don't really remember when it came out. I think 2009, August. I started playing in February 2010. So, yeah, about 3 years. And while I first started playing, I really enjoyed the game. I really did. Everything was brand new to me. The Nemesis system, the missions, the power sets. I mean, I was completely terrible at making builds at the very beginning. And I think I've only gotten a little bit better, but uh, I've come to the point now where everything is just, I don't know, there's nothing new anymore. I mean, there wasn't anything new last year, really, about the end of last year. But they were working on a few things. But for like right now, I'm thinking about the future of the game. They mentioned that they're going to have these events, such as a Lemurian event that came out recently, like a month ago, and now they're working on the Forum Malvin, whatever you want to call that thing, the Gladiator event. Now that's all fine and dandy, but the problem that I've always had with Champions was the lack of content to do. Now there's a lot of content when you first start playing, but the way the Champion game is made, it's made for you to make multiple characters, especially in the beginning, before they went free to play, because what happens is, when you level to 40, if you're a gold member, but back then there wasn't that, so everybody was a subscriber back then, but when you level to 40, you get a new character slot. And since all the costume pieces were account bound, and everything was so convenient, and I guess some other word, everything just fit really well with having multiple characters. There wasn't any type of boundaries or barriers. I mean, if you bought something, it went for everybody. And as soon as you leveled a character to 40, you got a new character slot to make another one. The game's kind of made for you to make alts and to make different characters, which is cool because you have like the whole power system. It's open. You can make a lot of stuff, a lot of creativity in there. But the issue is the content. I mean, I can only do the desert so many times. I can only do the Canadian wilderness so many times. I know that other games have similar problems, but I think in Champions it's just a little bit more of a problem because they didn't really have that much content to start with anyway. I think where the game is at now, as far as content-wise and everything to do with the alerts and everything, I think this is how much stuff should have been when the game first came out. Because when the game first came out, there wasn't even enough quests to do to even level you. You had to actually go grind mobs. But I think where they're at now is pretty good, but I think it still needs to be an ongoing content addition kind of thing. Keep making new stuff. And I guess I'm finally at the point of my video. It took me quite a few minutes to get there. But the main point is content. What's really going to happen next? Now, there's no new talk of any power sets, any costume sets, really, apart from the random pieces you get from the events that came recently. No talk of any zones, any new instances, really. Everything's just kind of minute and small. The events that came out, they're supposed to be these mega events. I mean, the Lemurian one, you had two missions, right? First mission could be done in like a few minutes. The second one could be done in maybe like 5 or 10 minutes. Then you had the Lemurian event, the actual Bleak Harbinger guy, who could be done around 30 minutes to an hour, depending on your team. Hopefully it's around 15-20 minutes or 30, but sometimes just get a team that doesn't really perform as well. But as a mega event, I didn't really feel any mega about it. It really didn't feel that intense. And yeah, it added content to do, which is great, but they just took it away. That's the biggest problem I have right now, is that all the content they're adding, they're taking away. You get to keep the little costume pieces, you get to keep whatever junk you get from the lockbox, but as far as missions, they take them away. And to me, the game is already needing content, and they could have kept the alert on there, the Bleak Harbinger alert. There's no reason to take it away. They could have kept it on there. They could have kept those two missions to where you go at the Until Vault, and you go in the other one where you go take out some Lemurian people dressed as humans. I mean, they're not really amazing of quests, but there's still things to do, still ways to get questionite, still ways to get rewards. I mean, I don't see the benefit of taking things away. Because their plan is to keep making these events. They're working on one now. But they take time and they take money to create. Why do you take stuff away from the game that took time and money to create? It doesn't make any sense to me. It's like the Nighthawk event. That came out, but then they took it away. I mean, I know they want things to go in rotation, which makes sense, but there's the initial creation of it. And to me, there's too much time and money invested into these events to just put them on a rotation. I really think they should be persistent. I mean, the Bleak Harbinger alert doesn't modify the game in any way to where it makes it completely different. I mean, it's a totally separate thing. It's not like the entire Ren Center is changed while those events are active. I mean, those events are not even connected to the worlds at all. They're their own separate entities. So it's not like they would mess anything up or anything like that. It's not really a world event. It's just an alert that came. So with the new one coming out, I mean, they already had the lockbox come out, and pretty soon they're gonna have a mission where you do like a race. Hopefully they'll give you one of those really cool spinning discs if you don't have a travel power that flies. So you have that mission coming out. Now I'm sure there's gonna be a mission after that. Then after that will be the event where you go fight a boss, maybe. It's supposed to be some type of gladiator combat kind of thing. I'm not really sure what that means. Now, I would like more of a one-on-one kind of fight, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be an alert where it's like a 10-man, like the last one, where you're together and you fight like a big guy. I'm not saying that's what it is, but most likely Cryptic's trying to go more the teaming route with alerts and team up, rather than just having things solo all the time. But, I don't know, man. I really think that everything they're making should stay. Like, keep the Lemurian event on there. There's no reason to take it away. There really isn't any reason. People want, most people anyway, want persistent content. And like I've already said, it takes time, it takes money to create that, something that Cryptic doesn't really have. I mean, anybody that pays attention to the forums and stuff know that they don't have a big budget. They really don't. Their team size is rather small. We don't know the exact number, but it's not a whole big team of these guys. Even though Cryptic, Champions that is, the Champions team, even though they are running this game on its own merits, like they're not pulling money from the different departments of Star Trek or Neverwinter, still, I don't think they're making a whole ton of money on this. And that's one of the problems, that they don't want to invest too much in this game. Like, they don't want to spend so much time making a new zone and like new this and that, spend all this money on it when they're not going to make a big return, because it is a business after all. But the problem is, they can either keep this game like it is, which I would consider somewhat on maintenance mode, with a few features being put in here and there, or you either have the decision to make a big investment in it. But problem is, they can only do that once. I mean, you can really only do like a huge investment on this type of game once, because if it doesn't work the first time, then that's bad, because not only do they spend so much money they can't get back, but it might also hurt them. But if it does work, then I guess in a way you can do it again, but you really shouldn't have to make a big investment again if it works the first time, because you can just build off that success. I guess that made sense. I'm not a businessman, obviously, so maybe what I'm saying doesn't fly in the real world, but it takes money to make money, which is unfortunate when you don't have money to start with, but they can't expect to get new players if they don't spend money trying to get new players. If you want to make money with your business, you have to advertise. You have to make people want to go play your game. Right now, I don't see any advertisements for Champions at all. I mean, I saw like a few banners when it came out, like 3 years ago. That's how I found out about the game, about the banners on like different websites. I usually don't click on those, but I did, because the game sounded cool, and it did, and it made me want to play, and I did play. And here I am 3 years later. I don't know, I'm just a bit disappointed that this is actually one of my favorite games, just because of the creative outlet it provides. But I'm unable to really get full satisfaction out of it, because it's like they're stopped working on it. I mean, they're still working on it, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to criticize or devalue what the team is making. I appreciate all that they're doing, don't get me wrong about that, but I just wish the game would just get a little bit more attention, a little more care and love. Not saying that it's completely abandoned and not even cared for, but I would like a little bit more from this game. I really would. But I don't know. So the new event should come maybe in a few months. I think these events are kind of taking a little long for what they are. Just a few missions here and there. I know it takes time to make this stuff, but in the meantime, while you're making these missions, at least keep the old one on here, because there's no reason to take the Lemuria one out if you're not finished making the one that's coming next. There should always be something to do. I mean, I know there's already things to do already, but as far as new stuff, I don't think you should take it away in the first place. But if you are, at least take it away when you have something new to replace it. But I don't know. I don't know when this whole rotation thing's going to happen. Throughout the year, they said they're going to make these events, and then I guess next year will be the rotation of events that we've already played and done. I don't know. I'm really confused on the whole direction. Probably because they don't really give a direction. But anyway, I don't want to ramble anymore. I think I've already rambled enough. But yeah, I guess to recap, if it's needed, probably not, but I'm going to recap anyway. I don't think that you should take away content that you spend a lot of time making. That's like World of Warcraft taking away their expansion packs after they're done. It really doesn't make any sense. And you can't really expect to get new players or make any money if you really don't try to invest and try to get new players to make money. And you already have a game that's working fairly well. It has a lot of bugs, I know, but you can really monetize this game if you really wanted to. There's a lot of things you can make money off of, but they just don't really want to do that. Like, they could sell different skin packs for vehicles. They could sell extensions for hideouts. They could sell extensions to the Nemesis system. They can do a lot of things, but they don't. They just stick with lockboxes. I guess that's just the way it goes now. I guess the last point is, I've been playing a while, so maybe I'm just kind of, I don't know. I don't really have the freshness that the new player has. So maybe everything just seems kind of stale to me. It doesn't seem as new and rich. Because I know if I started playing just now, I would think this game's pretty awesome. And I did think it was awesome 3 years ago. I still think it is cool, but I don't want to repeat myself again. But anyway, thanks for watching. I guess thanks for watching. It wasn't really much of a video, just me talking about nothing. But I thought I'd just give my thoughts on the game. You can give your own thoughts in the comments below. And because I'm interested in what other people think. I would post this on the forums, but I mean, no thanks. No offense to forums, but man, it's already doom over there already. I don't want to instigate any type of flame war or anything over there. So thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and goodbye.